got the opportunity to work with these two guys that were trying to open a startup restaurant business. This business was basically going to be like a burgers, hot dogs, wings, fries, stuff like that. So I accepted their opportunity, and when we got to this meeting, it was about a 30-page binder of business plan and what we were planning to do. One of the things that we're actually missing from that business plan was a customer service plan. So I took the lead. We had taken about 2 months. Obviously, it was all paid. It was part of the restaurant work. And I created a customer service plan, which consisted of handbooks, it consisted of strategies, and the number one important thing that I emphasized on that customer service plan was that your customers are pretty much your paycheck. Your customers are the ones that come in, and that's how you get paid. They pay for everything, so they're extremely important. Now, the life expectancy of a restaurant, a brand new one, is about 6 months. That's how long our restaurant actually lasted. But there was a lot of things that went on as to why that was. Now, we opened that restaurant up in July of 2013. We had a soft opening and we had a grand opening. That first month we made about $46,000. The second month we made about $42,000. A combined of about $93,000 the first 2 months. Our third month was the one that was the most challenging. We were at $31,000 for that entire month. We didn't lose, but it was a $16,000 difference from the first 2 months. So we all scrammed and we all got together in a big meeting to figure out what was happening. One of the number one things that we checked was Yelp. Yelp, customer reviews, and on top of that we had our own personal restaurant email, so people would send us things and we would review it. The number one thing that I believe caused this business to last 6 months was terrible customer service. Now, I know I wrote the customer service plan myself, and I'm personally confident that if we followed it through, it would have worked. I just didn't have the backing of the owners. The owners weren't the ones to refund food. They weren't the ones to make new food. Basically, the first 2 months of business, they got to their head that if they made about $93,000 in 2 months, their food is good enough and we can treat customers however we want. And it wasn't going to work like that. So unfortunately, for the next couple months, we kept losing customers and losing customers and losing customers. It is 6 to 7 times more expensive to get a new customer than to keep a customer, and we weren't doing that. A lot of odds were against us when it comes to opening a very small operated restaurant. It is about 5 to 20%. It's about 5 to 20% chance that you can sell to a new customer compared to a 60 to 70% chance that you can sell to an existing one. It is more expensive to gain new customers. And that third month that we had a decrease of about $16,000, we spent $5,000 in nothing but advertising and marketing. That didn't work because by month 4 we were at only $33,000 that entire month. So that $5,000 that we put in for advertising only gained us about $2,000. And if anything, people can tell that we weren't sincere about the things we were trying to do to gain back customers. So we spent a lot of money on doing that, and obviously, like I said, it's more expensive to get new customers than it is to keep them. So back to the owners. The owners weren't backing up my customer service plan, which, like I said, was a very strong one. When I used to work at Wendy's when I was 16, I went to a lot of customer service seminars and workshops where I got certified and to basically be able to run in front of the house. So I pretty much knew that that plan did work. With the reviews from Yelp and stuff like that, more people will talk about a bad experience at a restaurant than they will a good one, and that's a given. People want to hear the worst of places. They don't want to hear about the good things. People mainly look up restaurants, and whatever you see on Yelp for the most part is bad reviews, which is exactly what happened to us. Unfortunately, where we had a restaurant located was a Five Guys, so they tend to compare us a lot. So on top of that, we were in Northdale, which is a community, a very close community at that. So we would have parent night from different schools, and when they would see customer service and how it was and how we were reacting towards people, they chose not to come. we ended up spending another $2,000 to be on, I believe it's called Rate of Loafing, and that ran for about 2 weeks, and that didn't work. That didn't work either. So what we're trying to do is the owners wanted to give out credit for, instead of giving refunds. So looking at our accounting sheet, there was about $500 worth of credit, and only $20 of that $500 was actually, people actually came back and took that credit. So there was still a lot of money that people had credit to our restaurant that didn't even want to come back. Very, very upsetting. So, like I said, customer service is extremely crucial. A lot of people believe that it's just a greeting and a smile, and it's not that. There's way more to customer service than what people think. And obviously, customer service differs from a McDonald's compared to a regular restaurant. A McDonald's, the girl at the cash register can be rude to you, but I can guarantee you go to another McDonald's. McDonald's can get away with being rude to people and people will still come back. Unfortunately, that's just how it is. Customer service is the lifeline of any business. And I believe that until people and companies realize that not only do you have to be in business, you have to be in the people business, is when I believe that companies will flourish in customer service.